Good morning, everyone. Looks like it's Gnome Week here on YouTube. This is my gnome, and I don't know what it is this year. Maybe it's just me, but all of my gnomes that I've seen have their little butts hanging out. So I thought I would do a little homage to the full moon gnome. We're gonna put a little booty on him because they just make me giggle like crazy. And I'm gonna show you how I make this little guy. So let's get started. So colors for today, I'm gonna make my little gnome out of this Nile green from a Fetre. And then his little skin tone booty, I'm making it out of the Creation is Messy Butter Pecan, because I just love it. It's a great little flesh color. And I also, for his beard, I pulled some encased cane. Creation is Messy White, and I encased it with clear. I think you guys know, I probably said this a million times. I really like making stuff like hair and fur out of this encased cane because it keeps everything all separated. It doesn't all melt together in a blob. And so, yeah, for any type of hair, beards, wigs, and fur, I use a lot of encased cane. And then finally, I just pulled a red and white twisty for the brim of his hat because, you know, it's Christmas and green, red, and white are kind of Christmas colors. So let's get started. Here we go. I started out with a barrel that was about 7 wraps across. And as you can see on these first 4 wraps on the left, I went ahead and I put 3 wraps high. But on this side, where there's just 3 wraps, I went ahead and left it just at 1 to 1.5 wraps, and I left the wrinkles in it. So on half of my gnome, I went ahead and I made a barrel and I marvered it smooth. And then on the other half, where his hat is, I left those wraps kind of wrinkled, because, you know, hats have wrinkles in them. So that's how I start my little gnome, is with 7 wrap barrel. Half of it is smooth and double wrapped, and the other half I just leave wrinkled as his hat. Now, the first thing I put on is his booty because it's so cute and it makes me laugh. And you know, when you have a big booty, it's a great reference point. So whenever I make a butt, to me, it's an upside down heart. So we're gonna put one little cheek there, just a dab and kind of pull it up, and then we're going to set another little cheek next to it. Now if you want a gnome with a scrawny butt, you can go ahead and press it flat. I myself like the bubble butt, so I leave them kind of bulgy. But I am going to press down there right at the small of his back. And there you go, guys. That is a butt. Oh, I hope I can get through this without giggling so much. All right, now I'm going to go to the front of his body, and I'm going to put down his beard. And like I said, I like making hair things out of these encased stringers. They're stiffer. They don't melt as quick. You can stack them up and really give your guy some good hair. Make sure you keep his booty warm so it doesn't fall off. And I started out, I just made kind of a triangle as my little reference area. And now I'm just taking my encased stringer and I am just gonna layer hair, as much hair as you want. Sorry, my dogs are going nuts. The neighbors are building something and my dogs don't like the contractors out there and they're so rude. Okay, that looks good. That is a fluffy, hairy beard. All right, let's go. I'm going to go back to his booty now because he's got really long hair coming down the back of his back. So I'm just going to go ahead and layer some hair over the small of his back. But I still want his cheeks to show. Oh, I can't believe I'm doing this. This is so rude. But what can I say? I do memes that make me smile and make me laugh. And this guy, I don't know if I have like some weird potty humor or what going on. But okay, so there we go. There is the hair over his butt. And you do want to take a look at the encased cane and go ahead and swoosh down like the little tippy ends that might be sticking up a bit, just so that they don't fly off. All right, now the next thing is his nose. I always put his nose on, so that helps me get the brim of his hat down. And I've got my butter pecan from Creation is Messy, and I'm just gonna give him a big old fat nose right there in the center of his beard. Kind of pull it up and then torch it down a little bit. There we go. Now, I do like to put arms on him. So I've got that green. I've got my green again. And I am just going to make a little swipe on the sides of his body in between the beard and the back hair. Oh my God. Little hairy gnomes. And then right on the tips of that little bulge there at the end, I do put the butter pecan so it looks like he's got little hands. Right there. Right there. And kind of melted in flat. Okay, now he's got little hands, little arms, big butt. And I'm going to go ahead and put the brim of his hat on. And I usually do like one layer of the green, and I try to do it right over the top of his shoulders, the top of his beard, the top of his hair on his back. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and put 2 wraps, kind of making a disc in between the junction there of where everything is. Okay, so that's the brim. And then on top of the brim, I'm going to go ahead and put my stringer. Keeping everything warm. Heat up that stringer so it doesn't go pew. Lay my stringer down, and I am going to twist my stringer to the right so that all those little stripes on the stringer stay tight. They don't stretch out. And we're just going slow around the brim, right to there. And now I've got my dental tool here. Actually, I'm going to use my press and press it down flat, because I did have one stringer fly off in the kiln yesterday and I was bummed. Pressing it down, getting it flat. It kind of fattens out too, which is cool looking. Okay, and then the last thing I put on him is some little feetsies on the bottom. So on each side of his beard in the front, I go ahead and put one feetsie there, just a black blob. One feetsie there. And then press it down, give it some shape. His little boots, so he doesn't get his gnome feetsies wet when he's out in the garden. And there you go, guys. That is your Christmas gnome with his little bare butt. Enjoy. Have a great day. I'll be back soon. Bye.